Good morning and welcome to Daily Armour. Well, it might not be morning. It's morning for me, but it might not be morning for you when you see this. Really focusing on today about that God is real. Not everybody thinks that, not everybody understands that, or there's those that they think it, but then that doubt creeps in, and doubt can get somebody messed up, and they can know that he's probably real, but then maybe not personally in their life. Maybe that he is not involved in their life, or that he is, not, they're not in a relationship with him. Or maybe that they are and they don't quite see the Lord fully to the extent that they need to. They need to understand some things. And he's gonna speak to us. He speaks to the whole world publicly through creation. I mean, you cannot look into the sky, into the ocean, into the mountains, into the trees, into childbirth, into, all of this without understanding at some point in your life, without understanding somebody did this. Somebody planned this. There is a grand designer behind all of this, because it's just too amazing to just have happened. It's been planned, and he reveals that all the time. He is letting us know, he's letting others know that yes, he is real, and he'll say, I am the Lord, I am the Lord, I am the Lord. And he's saying that to you personally. He's saying, I'm the Lord. I'm the one who did this. I'm the one who created you. I'm the one who made you. I'm the one that gave you purpose, and I have a plan for you. And the more that we submit to that, the more that others see that absolutely God has a plan and a purpose in our life, and throughout our life, and in struggles, and in the midst of dangers and toils and needs, and in the midst of all, in pain and suffering. He has a purpose and a plan for each and every one of us, and he is speaking to you personally. I am the Lord. I'm real. I'm the Lord, and I'm showing you, and you are going to see that, and you're going to experience that. And when we fall in love with the Lord at our salvation, and we just fall in love with him because of what he did for us, what he did for me, I've never got over. I don't plan on ever getting over it. I want to always respect and appreciate what he did for me, because you don't know the sins I've committed, but I do. I know. I haven't forgotten. He's forgiven, and they are forgotten. I'm still understanding that God, you are so real in my life, and you did this so personally. But he does it personally for you, and not for you to hoard it up and keep it to yourself, but also to share it. And I want to just mention a few verses. I challenge you to go look some of this stuff up. Joel chapter 2, verse 27 says, I am the Lord. Joel 3:17 says, I am the Lord. Malachi 3:6 is one of those that I really, really love, because he talks about, I am the Lord, I change not. In Malachi, let me see if I can find that real quick. Malachi 3, verse number 6. It says, for I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. He's like, I'm the Lord. That's why that this is not overtaking you. That's why that you're not completely obliterated. That's why that you're still here. That's why, even if it's just a small remnant, even if there's just a small portion of you, even if you feel like you've lost so much, you're still here. And I'm the Lord, and I change not. And I know that from personal experience, and that is speaking volumes publicly as well. Not just personally, but others they're seeing you, and they're seeing your relationship with him, and just sharing your testimony. I heard someone's testimony yesterday, and I could see the kindred spirit that I have with that person, because they know him like I know him. And when you're trying to share him with others and you're trying to express that you know God personally, and that he walks with you and talks with you and speaks with you and forgives you and helps you and guides you and is not raising you to be a spoiled brat so you don't get every little desire that you want, but he's choosing things for you. He's preparing a place for you. I've got a mansion waiting one day. I live in a little bitty house, and I get all pouty about it sometimes. And then all I have to do is think about, oh Lord, but you got a mansion waiting for me one day. I'm not worried about this little house, because I got a mansion one day. And he does things so personal, but he speaks volumes publicly as well. And I look at in the book of Exodus chapter number 7, not just for me to know personally, and I challenge you to read Genesis 15:7, and it says, and that's where he says that I am the Lord and I brought thee out. He brought thee out, and it's talking about bringing them out of Egypt. Or I brought thee out. Let me look back at that, make sure that I'm telling you right. I brought thee out. Just look back here for a moment. Genesis 15. I've got a new prescription of contacts in, so I can't see super well right now. I need to put my readers on, but then they cause a glare, and that is a distraction as well. Genesis 15:7. Okay, it's talking about where he brought thee out, verse number 7, and believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am the Lord that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it. He's like, I brought you out of your father's land. I brought you out and away from that, and I'm going to show you. So we're not talking, I was like, Genesis, that's going to be too soon, but it's talking about bringing Abraham, which was Abram here, bringing Abram out of the land of Ur, out of the land of the Chaldees, and bringing him to somewhere else, taking him to the promised land. He's saying that he's the one who's doing this. It's not your idea. This is my idea, because I'm real and I have a plan and I have a purpose. Now, when we move on to the book of Exodus, we are speaking about the Egyptians. See, even me, I can get things messed up. Exodus chapter number 7, and verse number 5. I'm going to be skipping around a little bit. Just bear with me. I've not even got to like a main verse. And I'll get to it in a moment. And he's not just talking about that Abram knew personally that others would be like, wonder what Abraham's up to, or Abram, wonder what he's moving for. He's trying to, be out here and be adventurous, or he just he thought he would like to move, or, thought this would be a good idea. No, the Lord's saying, no, this is not Abram's idea. This was my idea, because I'm real and I have a plan and I have a purpose. And also for others are going to know whether they want to or not. And the Egyptians certainly weren't asking. They certainly weren't expecting to get to know God, but they got to know him in a real, very, very, very real way. And it says, and the Egyptians shall know. Others are going to know, other religions, other cultures, other people, not just you personally, but others are going to know. And the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord when I stretch forth mine hand upon Egypt and bring out the children of Israel from among them. So whenever the Lord said, okay, this is enough, and you think you've been in control of my people all this time, I've just allowed them to be there until the time was right. And now the Lord's saying, I'm the Lord, and the time is, you're gonna realize I'm the Lord, because I'm bringing them out. No matter how many forces you have, no matter how much that you, come up against them, no matter how much that you oppress them and, try to belittle them and keep them, I'm the Lord. And even you're going to see that I'm the Lord. So he's personal, and then he's public. And he continues to do that. And I want to take us to Matthew chapter 8. And I love how, even through doing, like, just when a thought runs through my mind and I'm looking for scriptures and I'm thinking about different things, that it leads to studying something different. So I'm going to be in Matthew chapter 8, and that's where we're going to end. But I'm going to be leading over into the book of Leviticus. which I know people are probably like, why the book of Leviticus? And I'm like, I've just already found nugget after nugget after nugget after nugget. And I'm like, man, this is good. It's about submission and living, according to the Lord's ordinances and his judgments, and not having any other gods, not putting anything. And we have to be careful because it's so easy to get distracted. I'm easily distracted. My mind, my brain goes crazy over 20 different things. And then the Lord will refocus me back on him, and not putting too much focus on any of that other stuff, but only on him. And then he'll lead me to those things that I need to be at, and then respecting his name. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to studying through the book of Leviticus and just pulling out those nuggets and sharing. God is real. He is real, and he's got something for each and every one of us. And I want you to notice the centurion in Matthew chapter 8, verse number 8. And I want you to notice how he knew God was real, because this is the way he said what he said. He knew God was real. That's why he prayed. That's why he made a request to Jesus the way that he made it. Verse number 8 of Matthew chapter 8, the centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. He went to Jesus because his servant, somebody he valued, somebody that was important in his life, was sick unto death. And he knew Jesus could heal him. And he didn't even ask him to come to him, to his house. He says, oh, I'm not even worthy for you to come under my roof. But Lord, you are God. You are real. You are real. And you can speak the word only. All you have to do is say it, and my servant shall be healed. He knew God was real. He knew Jesus was God, and that Jesus was real. That Jesus was really God. He's really God. And he did just exactly that. And Jesus was saying, oh, the faith of this one. If others could have faith like him. And I want to have faith like this centurion. I want to experience him. I want to not put any boundaries because I have boundaries. I want to put not any barriers because I've got barriers. I don't want to experience any kind of doubts because they run through my brain, even if it's for a split second. I want to trust him, to ask him about things, knowing that he is real. He is real. Sharing with others, they're going to know he's real. Live the life that he wants you to live. Go where he wants you to go. Stay and do what he wants you to stay and do. Be who he wants you to be. And the way he made us, that's the way he chose to make us. And that's what he wants me to be. And then he put in my life, different things and different avenues. And he's saying, just trust me. You're going to do this. Just trust me. Because I'm real, and I'm really going to be here to help you, and I'm really going to be here to guide you, and I'm really going to be here to direct you, and I'm really going to be here to provide for you, because he's real. He's real. I want to go back to verse number 8 one more time. I want you to realize how real he is, and how real that the centurion understood that and said, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. God is real, and you just need to trust him. He's real, and he really will help you personally know that he is the Lord, and he's going to, through you, allow others and everyone else as well to know that he says, I am the Lord. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you real soon.